I'm Paul Robinson, voice and presentation for Heart-led Ceremonies Celebrant Training. For the past couple of days, I've talked about trying to get the words spoken in a ceremony to sound as natural as possible and not like they're being read. Today, I have a couple of ideas which might help in that direction. First of all, there's the foundation exercise of recording yourself reminiscing. Then you writing down your reminiscence and trying to recreate the freshness of the original. After that, it's about trying to apply that to part of a ceremony. Think of the words as a succession of thoughts and recollections. Your job is to bring those to life. Treat each change of thought as a stepping stone from one to the next. The emotional distance between some thoughts will be slight, others much greater. It's just like what happens in life. The bigger the change of subject, the less likely you'll be to plough straight on with what you're about to say. In a ceremony, consider what you're about to say. That may take anything from a fraction of a second to, who knows, a couple of seconds, depending on the gear change needed to get from one thought to the next. There are a few words which can be applied to this process: considering, reflecting, savoring, anticipating, engaging with what you've written, and recalling. In fact, ideally, a celebrant would recall rather than report. This ties in with my suggestion the other day that a celebrant is really reminiscing on behalf of the clients. One of the advantages of working like this is that because it mirrors how we speak in life, the celebrant ends up with a natural ebb and flow in the pace of a ceremony. And with practice, you can allow yourself to be subtly influenced by what you're saying and by what you know is coming up. So, in addition to natural changes of pace, you can have authentic variety in the emotional structure of a ceremony, which should hold the attention of the people present very nicely. I must be clear, when I talk about the emotional structure, I mean something very subtle, which comes under the same umbrella as the celebrant setting the tone. I once had a great bit of advice from a theatre director. He said, "Let the audience complete the circuit." And that applies to ceremonies too. One of the results of this approach is that you're going to appear to be really interested in what you're saying. I know I'm stating the obvious, but how often have you heard a celebrant skating once over lightly on a ceremony? And if the celebrant ain't interested, nobody else will be.